Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Lord Ice, your host, and welcome to Star Trek Online Battle of the Alpha Quadrant. This video is being recorded about 2 weeks or so after, well, 2.5, almost 3 weeks now after the video vlog that I did not terribly long ago. And I'm going to be doing a couple of the missions that I mentioned in that video. I wasn't planning on doing these for a little while, but I've got to do these now because if I don't, I'll lose the opportunity to do the originals. Simply put, there are changes on Triple. The dev team is calling it Season 8.5, and it's actually scrambling up some of the old missions. It's improving the quality for a lot of the lower end missions that we've already done. It's removing War is Good for Business right here entirely. That mission was entirely superfluous anyway. I can see why they did that. But the missions that we're going to do today are getting a bit of an update. It's not that big. I've treble tested it. But I figured I would record the original, well, as close to original as possible, before the update. And then I'll do it again after the update so you can see the kind of changes they're going to be making to most of the missions. Some of the changes are a bit more pronounced. Some of them kind of aren't, like Stranded in Space is basically untouched. They basically just redid the transporter room at the beginning of the mission, whereas Researcher Rescue has an entirely new ground map, and the Kuva Ma has entirely different maps and what I'll have you. So, I'm going to go ahead and do City on the Edge of Never and Past Imperfect. And yes, I'm going to do both at once, because they're basically one mission split into 2 parts. It's Stowe's 2-parter. Starfleet Intelligence has completed its initial analysis on the data you found in Amar Singh's laboratory, Admiral. Preliminary report... Well, Amar Singh, genetically augmenting person, he was trying to augment Gorn people. You arrested him in the mission before this. I'll probably end up recording that eventually because I like that mission. Preliminary results show that Singh wanted to use a combination of Klingon, Augment, and Gorn DNA to create this master race, but his initial results were less than encouraging. What troubles Starfleet Intelligence are references in Singh's notes to past events. Since Singh has said his employer was interested in time travel, do you think he and Bhavat could have been planning on manipulating the timeline for their own ends? We want you to meet with USS Kirk. It has thwarted several Klingon attacks on medical facilities in the past few weeks. They may have another piece of the puzzle. The Kirk is on routine patrol in the Hiromi sector within the Picana sector block. Meet the USS Kirk in the JFS-47 system in the Hiromi sector in the Picana sector block and investigate the Klingons' attempt to manipulate time. Okay. So, if you remember diplomatic orders, some ships came to our aid when we were fighting the Undine ship. One of them was the Kirk, and he said we would pay him back. We're gonna go pay him back. So, transwarping now. Picana sector block. Also, this is a different character than what you're used to. This is a much more fun ship. JFS-47 is an area of deep space first charted by the human astronomer J. Walker Montgomery in 2256. Later Starfleet surveys confirmed Montgomery's assertion that there is a stellar nursery in the region. Patrol JFS-47. This is Captain Thelen of the USS Kirk. We are under attack. We have been boarded. We need immediate assistance. Told you we'd be paying him back. It's clobbering time. Oh god, did I really just say that? It's one of those days, ladies and gentlemen. status of the Kirk? Go ahead and send some repair teams. Alright, they don't have shields. Captain, the Kirk's shields are down and has taken heavy damage to its engines and weapon systems. Firm is my Bajoran science officer. A lot of changes have happened to this character since the last time you saw him. Captain, I'm reading Klingon life signs aboard the Kirk. An away team is standing by so they can leave at your command. Of course, I'm going to be on the away team. I think I might have changed my bridge officer team a little bit since the last time I recorded an episode with this guy. I'd have to go back and look. But I'll redo some of the introductions anyway. Not all of them, because I know you know Romathicon. I'm picking up weapons fire in combat throughout the ships. If the crew of the Kirk are fighting to keep the ship, recommend we find Captain Thulin, sir. He will know more. So you probably remember everyone except Kopaka. He was my helmsman. Technically still is, but now he's on my boss squad. Also, I'm using the dismembered arm of a Borg drone as a minigun. So, when... Oh, Swordmaster, hello. Zappy, zappy, zappy. Oh, talk to crewmen. We can handle it from here, sir. Okay, you can handle it from here, sir. One of the changes on Tribble is that this map got a really big update and it's a lot better looking. Okay, target the Swordmaster. This is the tactical drone arm. Motstand is using the medical drone arm. I mean, he's a Borg officer. Why shouldn't he be using a Borg drone arm? Y'all got this? Guess y'all got this. Oh wow, the old barnyard doors. I'll explain about the barnyard doors after these Klingons die. Thank you for that, Kopaka. Okay, barnyard doors. These are not the doors that you have seen. These are the new doors. Well, these are the old doors. These were with launch, and they're big and huge, and they look like barnyard doors. They were replaced about a year after launch, and nobody ever liked them. They are hideous. Definitely do take away from the Trek feel. I wonder, can I rob this crate? Yep. I crouch down to open a crate that is on top of another crate. Anomalies. Noticing just a little bit of chugging, so if you're seeing some lag, it's not you. It's not the video, it's the game at the moment. Hey look, it's Bavat. And Moral Paris. But wait. You get back here. Well, shit. Moral Paris has been kidnapped by the Klingons. It's probably about the 1000th time it's happened. I feel bad for Captain Thulin. I mean, his tactical officer, his chief of security, is being kidnapped by Klingons on a regular basis because she's a religious icon. I'd be like the Bajorans kidnapping Captain Sisko every episode. Okay, talk to Captain Thulin. Happy to see you, Admiral. We could use the help. What happened here? We were ambushed. We were on a routine scientific survey when we were attacked. The Klingons decloaked and started firing without so much as a courtesy hail. We lost shields in the initial barrage. The Klingons boarded us, and since then we've been fighting deck to deck to keep the ship. What's the status of the ship? Once we clear out the Klingons, we'll be okay. Shields and weapons are down, but it won't take much to get them operational. We took the worst hits to our engines. My chief engineer says he'll need at least a day to complete repairs. What did the Klingons want? Those dreaded Klingons made off with my security chief. Morale's ties to the Klingons have always been trouble. Half of them think she's a traitor, and the other half thinks she's a savior, and now this bunch thinks she can cure some crazy virus. What? Before they beamed out, I heard one of them say that they were taking her to the right place at the right time. I don't know what they meant by that, but we can't leave Lieutenant Paris in the hands of the Klingons. She's a good officer and a good friend. Doing my best, Andorian. Andorian's kind of blunt. How can we help? Find those Klingons and rescue Morale. I can give you the frequency of her combat. You should be able to lock onto it and follow the ship that took her. Bring Lieutenant Paris home safe, Admiral. Captain, if the Klingons have Lieutenant Paris, I recommend that the away team returns to the Determination immediately. We may be able to catch them before they leave the system. Beast the fog out. Oh, this is Miss No Face. I'll go ahead and tell you about her while I have the chance. She is a Romulan tactical officer from the Embassy Fleet Holding. A friend of mine traded her to me because I wanted to have her on my ship, and when he traded her to me, she had no face. So this is Miss No Face, everybody. She has no face. Also, I'm storing items on her, as I do with most of my bridge officers. So yeah, that's Miss No Face. She has no face. I also have another Romulan, Terex. They're my bridge officers for tactical stations on here. Incoming message from the Klingon, sir. Shall I put it on screen? On screen. My mission cannot be delayed by miserable Starfleet topa like you. We will find the secrets hidden in the Kuvama's blood and use them for the glory of the Klingons. I give my escorts the honor of destroying you. Pray they send you to Grethor quickly. Sorry, your escorts are going to Grethor. Well, technically they're dying in battle, they go to Stroll before, but I don't care. All weapons, fire at will. Done. This build is kind of OP. At my highest point, I'm getting 7k DPS as a science officer on a cruiser, so that's kind of really high. Also, this mission is... oh. Server not responding. Great. There's also a bug with beam fire at will at the moment. It can't crit, so my DPS is actually lower than it should be. Oh. Oh, wonderful. Murphy's Law, ladies and gentlemen, we got disconnected. I really hope we don't have to do that segment over. Loading JFS 47. Yeah, we've got to do the fight over. Not a problem. Yeah. Oh, no we don't. I just buffed up for nothing. Depart system. I've got a sensor lock on the AKS Baj, sir. It appears that Captain Targan is headed for the gateway system. This is bad. If any of you know the original series, you know this is bad. This is very, very bad. For those of you that don't know the original series, you're about to find out. Dun dun dun. Why are we loading the Picana sector block? Oh, that's right. We have to go to another system. It's not just going to map transition us. Fortunately, the gateway system isn't terribly far away. An ancient world littered with the remains of a vast city more than 2,000 kilometers in diameter. The ruins appear to be more than 1 million years old, although there is evidence that suggests civilization on the world was much older. Access to the gateway system is restricted under Starfleet General Order 21. Starfleet General Order 21. 21 is a very low number, which means it's an old one. Lieutenant Paris' signal is now on the planet. A landing party may have transported her to the surface. Captain, this planet is under a Federation quarantine. It's the location of the Guardian of Forever, sir. Sensors are picking up Klingon ships in orbit of the planet. They're arming disruptors. Prepare for combat. Prepare for combat. Okay. Objective: defeat Klingon patrols. Klingons? What Klingons? Rebalance the shields, brought emergency power, and we're good. And we are go for cloak. I love cloaking devices. And in Season 8.5, the update that's on Treble, the early missions are a lot friendlier to cloaks. Like, I did an entire mission without dropping my cloak, and it was fucking brilliant. Because you shouldn't need to drop your cloak to have a dialogue, which this mission probably will do because it's old and doesn't have the tech that's on Treble right now. But yeah, I'm loving Treble at the moment. I'm just not playing there because I wanted to get the old missions before the update hit. As is my project. Burn it. Burning it. Spinal Lance. Oh no, boarding parties. Oh no, no boarding parties because they're all dead. Goodbye, Baj. Have fun in Stovacor. The area is secure, sir. An away team will transport on your command. Part of the away team. Alright, Buff Squad, roll it. I still don't have an official name for Buff Squad, I just call it Buff Squad. Should probably think of one. Captain, this planet has been under Federation quarantine for more than 150 years, ever since Captain Kirk and the crew of the USS Enterprise discovered the Guardian of Forever. The Guardian is an ancient artifact that allows those who activate it to travel back in time. As far as we know, its power is limitless. It's very likely that if the Klingons intend to use the portal, they will alter or even destroy the timeline. We must attempt to stop them and rescue Lieutenant Perez before they reach the Guardian. So yeah, there was an episode of TOS called City on the Edge of Forever, I think it was called, where Kirk discovered a sentient gateway thingy on this planet, and he got shot back in time into like the 30s or something, and it was a bad time for basically everyone involved, and ever since, this planet has been under quarantine, and now there are Klingons here, and I'm just waiting for my Molarihan Tremble to come off cooldown so I can pet it again, get the buff again, make sure it doesn't expire in combat. 2, 1. You receive 1 Omega marks, or Romulan marks. There is no triple that gives Omega marks. Not that I need to. I mean, Omega marks are valuable. I'm sorry, but you're not warrior enough to go against me in a one-on-one sword fight. I have soloed sword masters. Hell, I've soloed Dahar masters. At least on Treble, and the guy in Treble is identical to this guy. Fire! In fact, you're probably going to see me solo a Dahar master in this episode, because I'm probably going to do so twice against the same guy. And when I mean this episode, I technically mean past Imperfect, but they're basically the same thing, so there's no point in making a distinction. Oh wow, there are 8 patrols? On Treble there are only 4. But then, the reason they're updating a lot of these missions is to get rid of the really annoying tons of junk encounters, which is laudable. You are Klingons. You are dead. Welcome to Stovapor. Sluggo Cola, huh? Do I have any tribbles in my inventory? No, I do not, so it is safe. Tribble... I don't need to explain what tribbles do. I already explained it in the, duty officer tutorial because I talked about, tribble breeding there. Oh look, more Klingons. You've got your back turned to me. That's a bad idea. Flanking damage. Take items. Oh, now I have a trouble in my inventory. It will eat food, and I do not want it to eat food. Goodbye, trouble. SOP for dealing with small mobs. Run around them so that they're either facing you and getting flanked by your bridge officers, or facing your bridge officers and getting flanked by you. Any group tends to drop quickly. Oh! Kopanka gave us motion accelerator, how kind. Oh look, something that isn't a warrior. I think I'm gonna pull this guy. No! No! Damn it. Oh, that didn't go as planned. Bitch, I'ma cut you. Bitch, I'ma cut you. Oh. Green lightsaber. Womp, womp, womp. Pretty sure I've already explained what the Holy Imperfect sword does, so I don't need to explain it again. Here we go, bitch, I'ma cut you, bitch, I'ma cut you. Funny graphical bug with the Holy Imperfect sword and using other items. The energy blade sticks out of the item. There's Bavat in Paris again. Quickly! Now, on Tribble, this is a cutscene, instead of just watching them walk away. Speak to the Guardian.
I know all. I am my own beginning, my own ending. I was here before your sun burned hot, and I will be here long after.
Yeah, when this game launched, this was the only voiceover in the game, by the way. You seek answers. Who or what are you?
I know all.
That's what we just heard. Who made you?
Seekers in search of a question. Shapers creating a dream. Explorers who believed a universe was too small.
How do you answer questions
I
on the
answer
universe?
as simply as your level of understanding makes possible.
What happened to Morale Paris?
The one known as Myral Paris finds her future in the time before her time. She is the Kuva Ma. Her people follow her footsteps before she has made them.
Yeah? What will happen if Morale isn't rescued?
Her presence in her past alters the river of time. Those who took the Kuvak Ma are conquering before the warriors arrive. They have brought the weapons of your world to a time that will be helpless to resist them. Your reality, your world, your beginning, all that you know is gone.
Dun dun dun. What must I do?
Bring the future to the past, or lose the present. You will need your vessel to face the challenges ahead. step through my portal, and it will be returned to you.
Okay. That is City on the Edge of Never, but we are not going to stop there. Excellent work. The Kirk's captain has good things to say about you. How are you existing? I'll just go ahead and get this shotgun. It's an okay shotgun. I'm not going to use it, but I'll get it. Why not? And now we go ahead and pick up, Past Imperfect, which is the final mission in the Klingon arc besides Temporal Ambassador, but Temporal Ambassador was tacked on to the end and has nothing to do with the Klingon War. In fact, it'd probably go better in, right before the Romulan missions. The good thing about Past Imperfect is you can start it from this map without beaming back up. The Guardian of Forever has transported you and your ship to the year 2270. Somewhere here are a group of augmented Klingons intent on altering the past. Stop the Klingons, save Moral Paris, and restore the timeline. If you fail, the reality you know may be gone forever. And this is where you get the Paratronic Shield Array, which is a really, really, really good early game shield. Like, it's got the highest capacity, but the lowest regeneration rate. So that's a really good, early game shield. You can get the efficient impulse engines here. They give you, power efficiency, and you get some pretty good, Plasma Disruptor hybrid weapons. They were the first of their type in the game. You also get Federation Type 1 phaser, kind of useless, and some junk items. Except, I don't have to transwarp anywhere, because all I have to do is walk up to the Guardian. Use the portal. Step through the portal and enter the River of Time. Okay, River of Time entered. That was a nice little fade thing that it doesn't do on Dribble, although, considering how it looked, I think it was a bug. Sir, I'm getting some unusual readings from the sensors. We've been transported to the year 2270. Sir, this is strange. It appears that even the history files in our computer have been altered. According to the computer, this is the battle in which the Enterprise and all aboard her are lost. This defeat sparked a series of events that led to the downfall of the first United Federation of Planets. That's all wrong, Captain. I'm detecting a raptor from our time, Captain. It's the IKS Warvig, and I'm reading Moral Paris' comm signal. She's on board. The Warvig is attacking the Enterprise, sir. We have to stop it. Contamination from our time cannot be allowed to change the past. Sir, the Enterprise is hailing us. Your ship communications array is badly damaged. We're only picking up audio. Patching it through now.
Unknown ship. This is the USS Enterprise. Please respond.
Yeah, that's Leonard Nimoy. Captain, I'm transmitting a text-only message to let them know that we are friendly and here to help. The less interaction we have with them, the less chance we have of altering the timeline ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, we're saving the Enterprise. His ship, James T. Kirk, the one and only. 17 separate temporal violations, the biggest file on record. Man was a menace. Direct quote from the Department of Temporal Investigations, by the way. All you, screw you. The Warvig is going to warp. Little notification thingy. Go ahead and take care of these T7s. So yeah, I'm critting at the moment, because I'm not using Fire at Will. Fire at Will is broken at the moment, it cannot crit. A fix is slow coming because they're trying to fix the underlying issue instead of the symptom, which is laudable, but I'd rather have a hot fix while they work on it, and it's kind of annoying. Captain, the Enterprise is hailing us again. Patching it through now.
Unknown vessel, this is Commander Spock of the USS Enterprise. Thank you for your assistance.
You're welcome, Spock. They are unable to identify our ship and are asking for more information. Captain, it would be unwise to respond. Rumor has it that on Tribble, one of the devs actually put extra dialogue into this part of the mission if you're flying a Toscani or an NX class, because he would be able to recognize your ship then. Or if you're cloaked, because the ship would be able to cloak. But, well, it hasn't made it to Tribble yet. I tested it. Not in the most recent patch, but in the last one. I'll have to go back and retest that. In fact, I'll test it when I go to record it. Okay, Captain, it would be unwise to respond. Any contact we have with anyone in this time could be a violation of the Temporal Prime Directive, sir. We should concentrate on finding Lieutenant Paris and correcting the damage that the Klingons have done to the timeline. The Warvig is warped to a nearby system. I can get a lock on his warp signature and we should be able to follow it. Warp drive. Well, technically on the ship. dead. I just warped into a planet. Good job, Terex. Because technically Terex is being my helmsman for the moment. It's either Terex or Miss No-Face. I don't have Kopaka stationed on my bridge at the moment. Sir, I have a lock on the Warvig and Lieutenant Paris' signal. The Warvig has some new friends, Captain. We should be prepared to defend ourselves. You mean slaughter the helpless Klingons? Yes, you're destroying D7s from the past. Yes, I don't like it. I'm just hoping they change that on Trouble. But they haven't yet. So we want to focus down the Warvig. Warvig focused down, it's cloaking, and the D7 is dust. The Warvig's escaped again, Captain. It must have cloaked. However, sensors are still detecting a trace frequency that could be in Lieutenant Paris' comm signal. I don't think the Warvig has gone far. The Warvig won't be able to maintain its cloak for long. It's taken too much damage. I suggest we continue to search. Well, there it is. Well, no it's not. On Tribble, that's where it is. But here you've got an extra patrol to take care of. Which is exactly why they made these changes. Just want to be at full impulse while Oxabat goes down so that my cloak doesn't disable itself. The good thing about Oxabat builds is that it reduces your cooldown and makes everything OP because you basically have 2 of everything. The bad thing is, if you're relying on a cloaking device, it will disable it because the cloak is $10. What's up, noob? What buffs? Warvig disabled. And on Trouble, this extra patrol isn't going to just disable the Warvig. Didn't realize how much this mission had changed. Because it's been so long since I've played this mission. I mean, it's probably been 2 years since I've done it. Well, a year. I used to use the Paratronic shield a lot, so... The Warvig shields are down, Captain. I recommend that we take this opportunity to transport an away team to the Warvig. Yep. Let's go team... whatever I'm going to end up calling you. Almost said Team Venture. I don't really like that so much. I'm reading Lieutenant Paris' comm signal in the Klingons' mess hall, Captain. Find Morale Paris. Sup, bitches. One thing you'll notice about these Klingons? Smooth foreheads. We're in the 2270s. And these are the guys from our time. They're all going to die. So yes, we're fighting Klingons from this time and our time. And technically they're all augments. Oh look, there's an officer without a face. This no-face finally has a friend. Too bad I'm gonna have to kill him because he's calling all an enemy. Well, I don't kill Klingons just because they're Klingons. I kill Klingons because they're our enemies. Goodbye, Mr. No-Face. You will be missed. Basically, you're just marching your way through here, killing all the junk mobs. Locate Lieutenant Paris and speak to Bavad. Why would I want to speak to Bavad? Well, you're gonna find out soon enough. Dun, 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Oh, that song is really cool. like I said, run through the mobs, and you get flanking damage on everything. Real easy way to clean up really soft mobs. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to be soloing some Klingons. So I'm going to park my bridge officers here, and they're going to stay here. These Klingons will run here. Nope. I don't actually want you spawning quantum mortars at the moment. Okay. I'm gonna give myself a nanite health monitor. And look, Captain Bavat. The Bavat from this time. Bitch, I'ma cut you. Bitch, I'ma cut you. I could have my bridge officers team run in here and just assault him and burn him down really quick. Besides, he's only gonna get to half health and then he'll talk to us, but it's more honorable to kill him this way. Hold your fire, Starfleet! We must speak! Talk to Captain Bavat. Yap! I am not your enemy, Admiral. Ask me what you will. What do you know about why we are here? I know you are not of this time, Admiral. You are from the future. Your presence here was forecast. Many years ago, time-traveling beings came to the Klingons. They wanted us to join their temporal war. Temporal Cold War, see Star Trek Enterprise. We are no one's puppet. We refused to help them. However, they told us many things about the future in their attempt to gain our allegiance. We listened, and since then a group of Klingons has used that knowledge to guide the Empire. What do you want with Morale Paris? She is the Kuva-Ma. We walk in her footsteps before she has made them. Her destiny is to be the one who cures the Klingon people of the stain of the augment virus that has smoothed our brows and put fear into our hearts. That's why he has a smooth forehead. Again, see Star Trek Enterprise. That happened in Season 4. The Kuva-Ma has a unique genetic sequence that will allow my physicians to completely transform us back to the mighty warriors we once were. No more will we be ridgeless and honorless. We will be Klingon. We will follow in the Kuva-Ma's footsteps and walk in the path of honor and glory. Tell me about the Kuva-Ma. Some call her a savior. Many among my crew see her as a traitor. It is strange to see a mythological being wearing the uniform of your enemy. I don't know what I believe of the old ways. The prophecies say she will be a Voyager because she was born on Voyager, and that the Klingons will know her before she knows the world. See the Kuva-Ma episode. I talked about that in the mission. The Kuva-Ma. It's complicated. Lots of Kuva-Mas going around. What I have seen in these past days makes me believe this is true. Tell me about the Klingons who brought the Warvig to this time. Most of them are crazed by that contact with the augmentation process. Their leader tells me they were experimented on by a man named Amar Singh. Play the ultimate Klingon. They will do anything, kill anyone in their quest to be whole again. They arrived here a month ago. They brought with the Kuva-Ma with them, and they asked me to keep her safe. They left for a time, and then returned 2 days ago with this wonder of a starship. They told me that it was the first of a mighty fleet that would rule the galaxy. A their leader. It is my greatest shame to see him. I have come face to face with my future self, and I see that I will walk a path of great dishonor. Yeah, this is Ambassador Bavat's past self. Are you saying that Morale Pit was kidnapped by a future you? Ambassador Bavat is the man I will become. Time travel is such a tricky thing. Now I understand why Klingon intelligence hates predestination paradoxes so. Ambassador Bavat will not surrender the Kuvama without a fight. It appears that the years have made me quick to anger and quick to judge. I wonder what has happened to make him such a bitter, manipulative man. What is a predestination paradox? When one travels back in time, one may cause or undo the reason for the journey. Anything we do now may alter the reality that you know. Then again, the reality we know could not exist unless we were here at this time and place. I would advise you not to volunteer for many more time travel missions, Admiral. They tend to complicate your life. What should we do? You are the defenders of the Kuvama. You will find Ambassador Bavat at her side. He will not surrender her without a fight. Give him a good death. That is all any Klingon desires. Alright, you can go now. Now go, all of you. I fear that the present cannot take much more of your interference. Oh. Go ahead and scan the anomaly since I'm here. Scanny, scanny, scanny. Four antimatter samples. Bolster the sword. Lower the force field, blocking it. Yeah, there was a force field. I didn't bother going there because I decided to ignore it. But there was a force field blocking our path. Alright, we're rolling. I'm gonna go ahead and drop these guys right here. Swap to my minigun.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Draw them out into the hallway. Let the boss take care of it. And now, for the final boss. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is the last ground fight for the entire Klingon arc. The last battle you will ever have to face. And it is Master Bavat. Dahar Master Bavat. Bavat. You cannot take her! A vicious sword fight ensues. Ow.
Enemy combatant in close proximity.
By the way, he has about 4,000 health. So, if you're soloing this guy, it's going to take a little while. But if you're a science officer, he is absolutely no threat to you because you can just pop nanite health monitor. And they'll basically make you invincible. If anything drops you below 75% health, nanite health monitor will heal you. It typically has 3 charges, but I've got a duty officer equipped that has a chance to give me additional charges. So whenever I drop below 75% health, I get healed for a lot. And it basically makes me invincible. Oh, and it gives me damage resistance. Okay, he's dead. Hash EM Stover. That was the Klingon death ritual. You confirm that he is dead, you howl into the heavens to warn the Black Fleet is coming, and then you stand up and dispose of the corpse in the most efficient manner possible. Because after that... Yeah, lower force field. Oh. I don't appreciate being held captive, but if I can help the Klingons, I will gladly do so. Think of it this way, Admiral. If we can find peace here, there is hope for the future. The Klingons at this time have the genetic samples they need from me, and I am more than ready to get back to our time. Thank you, Regabeth. I won't forget that you traveled through time to save a fellow officer. Determination, one to beam up. And she beams out with a Klingon transporter thing. Captain Bavat and his crew are transporting off the Warbeam, Captain, but we can't leave this ship here. Its technology is far too advanced for this time period. I suggest we return to our ship and destroy the Warbeam. It is the best way to preserve the timeline. So into Masters. All too easy. By the way, if I sound a little different, my old microphone broke, so I'm using the microphone attached to my webcam. The Warvig is empty and its shields are down, sir. Weapons are locked. I'll fire on your command. Well, my command first is to back the fuck up. Because warp core breaches do damage. Alright. Lock weapons. Oh, full health. Trouble, it's down to like 40% when you start this. 3, 4, 6, D, fire. $49,000 hull, gone in 3 seconds. And it gave me critical components. Nice. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Trouble, die. I don't like having troubles in my inventory. They eat my food. We've done what we can to restore the timeline, sir. I recommend we return to the gateway system. The Guardian should be able to transport us back to when we belong. Cave Johnson, we're done here. And now for the final fight. For real this time. And this is actually kind of tough the first time you go through it. They don't build ships like they used to. Sir, the Guardian has opened a portal, but there are Klingon ships blocking the way. The Klingons are hailing us, Captain, putting it on screen. The Kuvama and that lovely ship of yours are staying here. We'll have a grand time dissecting both of them. Surrender now, and we'll give you a quick death. Can I cloak? Did I manage to cloak?
Warning.
Nope.
Ship is under attack.
Okay, I guess I'll just have to kill you all the old-fashioned way. All weapons, fire. Also, these D7s are basically just reskinned Vorchas. That's why they're using bioneural warheads. That has been fixed on Trouble. And if you kill the ship that fired a bioneural warhead, it vanishes. Or at least it does parentheses. Klingon ships cloaking. The Enterprise is joining the fight. Final lance, motherfuckers! What's the status of the Enterprise? Shields at maximum. Sir, the Enterprise is hailing us again. Commander Spock says he can assist us. He has deduced that we came through a portal opened by the Guardian of Forever, Captain, and he wishes to speak to you. Opening audio link now.
I am not unfamiliar with time travel, Captain. We will endeavor to engage the Klingons until you can escape. Live long and prosper.
The Guardian has opened a return portal for us, Admiral. We should use it as soon as possible. And that's it. That is it for Past Imperfect. The past is no longer imperfect. Well, as imperfect as possible. Well, wibbly wobbly timey wimey. Let's just put it that way. Use portal. Don't know why it asks me to bring out a away team. Speak to Guardian.
Time has resumed its shape. All is as it was before. Farewell.
Incoming message from Starfleet, sir. I'll link it to your tricorder. Congratulations on a job well done, Rygabeth. Morale Paris has returned to duty. You have ended the threat to the Federation. But we do have some questions. Time travel is not a routine mission, you know. Bullshit. Don't be surprised if you get a visit from the Department of Temporal Investigations, Admiral. Predestination paradoxes can be troubling for them. It's not a predestination paradox for me, it's a predestination paradox for Morale Paris. Feel bad for her. Amazing! The Starfleet Command is very pleased with your performance, Admiral. You've literally saved the universe as we know it. What do I want to get? I'll pick up the Type 1 phaser. I don't think I've had the Type 1 phaser for a while. Good luck, Admiral. Okay. Just to show off a little bit, I'll go ahead and equip the Type 1 phaser. Shooter mode, swap to Type 1 phaser. And wide beam setting. It's a tiny little pistol. Hey guys. Yeah, that's the Type 1 phaser. It's a tiny little bugger. I mean, it is tiny. I mean, let me swap to it. Go ahead and palm strike a little bit. I mean, you can barely see it in my hand. It's absolutely tiny. You see that little silver triangle? You see that little silver rectangle in my hand? That's the Type 1 phaser. It is tiny. It's ridiculously tiny. Okay, we're done here. Go ahead and depart the system. So, that was Past Imperfect, and City on the Edge of Never. You just saved the Enterprise and the universe, and indirectly helped cure the Klingons of the augment virus that smoothed their foreheads. I will be recording that mission again. Probably, I might do it on Tribble, or I might wait until it hits holodeck and the finalized version is there, so you can see all the new stuff. If the, changes to the dialogue hit Tribble, I'll definitely record those, because I've got both the, original series Constitution class and the NX class. And I have a cloaked ship, so I'll be able to test all three of those dialogue scenarios. So, if that hits, I will definitely be recording those, because those will probably be kind of fun. Missions. Klingon War. A lot of these missions, like Hide and Seek, Stop the Signal, they've gotten some pretty good updates. Researcher Rescue's gotten some art updates. Kuva Ma's gotten some updates. War is Good for Business is gone entirely. Treasure Trading Station, Secret... Most of the updates are purely cosmetic, but it does... There's some extra tech there. There's some extra shininess on the maps. The story hasn't changed much, though. Ultimate Klingon, Doomsday Device. That's probably the next one I'm going to do, but I can wait basically forever on that because, I mean, Doomsday Device, it didn't get a single change in this. It's the only mission in the Klingon arc that hasn't gotten a change. Well, kinda. It's the only one in the Klingon arc that's supposed to be in the Klingon arc that didn't get a change. So, that was Past Imperfect, City on the Edge of Forever. I have been Lord Ice, and I will see you out there.